Welcome to another episode of Historia with your host, Kim. Today is such a fantastic day, and I hope you guys consumed your cup of coffee. So, in this episode, join me as I sit down with an amazing guest all the way from Dubai. Let me present you Kim Pelenio, a medical practitioner and a fitness enthusiast. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Thanks for having me.
All right. So, what I want to begin for my listeners is to have you introduce a little bit more about yourself. Please share with us
Mm.
a little more, of course, about where you're from and what you're working on today.
Hi, my name is Kim. I'm from Cebu. I was living there home the whole time when I was in the Philippines, and now I'm here in Dubai. I used to study nursing for 4 years and education for a year, and then now I'm working in the hospital in Dubai, and I'm also a Toastmaster over here. And I love fitness so much. I love to dance with hula hoop,
Oh,
and I love meeting people.
amazing.
Um, yeah, so that's a bit about me.
Wow, that's great. You have this hula hoop as a hobby. I mean, not many people are doing that. Most people I know, they're doing exercises with dumbbells or they go to the gym or all these other tools, but not hula hoop. And yeah, it's such. I think you're a very busy person because you're working uh, a lot of hours as a medical practitioner. I believe as a nurse, as a medical practitioner or a nurse, you're working 12 as much as 12 hours a day. That's as far as I know, 12 hours. So that's a very long shift, right? So
Yeah, I'm working 12 hours in a day, but I support nurses over here. At the moment, I don't have license in Dubai. I have license in the Philippines, but now I just support um as a nursing clerk in the ER
I see. So
here in
it's
Dubai. Yeah.
indeed it's a tough job, right? Because you're serving people, especially in the ER, right? When you hear about ER emergencies, it's a 50-50 I would say it's a 50-50 situation, right? It's between life and death and you have to be alert at all times. You have to be careful more than ever. Now, what is your day-to-day life? Please give us a picture about your life on a daily basis, like what you do aside from working as a nurse, or maybe your daily routine when it comes to your everyday life.
Normally, I just wake up and listen to my favorite music. Um, I do pray and think about good stuff in the morning. Uh, have my cup of cup of coffee, like our favorite, like what I'm telling you before, coffee ko.
The three in one, three in one coffee, yeah, the
Yes,
instant.
thank God I have it here. Yeah, the instant one, or I can have any other coffee. Yeah, so I just have my coffee, and normally, if I don't have anything to do, I go to the gym. I work out and improve on flexibility and hula hoop skills, and just be random in, in anything. I go to meet my friends and we hang out and we explore stuff, go to events, catch up with my friends. Um, what else? What else do I do? Oh, I go to Toastmasters if I have time.
Nice.
Um, we do meet up every first and third Tuesday of the month. So I attend meetings and then we invite people to come over and join the club or be a guest. Uh, yeah, basically that's the kind of day that I have. I love to meet people, like I said,
Nice.
and
So
spend time with music and dancing.
it's great. So you've been very productive most of your time because aside from you doing your work, usual work, staying fit, you're also doing Toastmasters, which is pretty much enhancing your overall speaking skills. And not just speaking skills, but also you get to network with so many people, right, who are interested in public speaking or any person who wants to improve on that on communication overall, right? And at the same
Mm-hmm.
time you're catching up with your old friends, you're you're spending time with them, and you're also getting your alone time too. You have this alone time by um, drinking your coffee, enjoying that moment, that instant moment,
Yeah,
coffee moment. So that's great.
and yeah, dancing alone, just by
Yeah.
myself in the
Wow.
gym, and just enjoying the fact that you can enjoy fitness alone. That means you are disciplined enough to motivate yourself to just keep working out and be physically fit, have that drive always.
Nice. So that's a really amazing routine because you've been doing a lot of things. You've been a very busy person. So now I want to go with what I call your origin story. Right? When we say origin story,
Mhm.
it's I would say this is your early life, and your starting point, right? Your starting point. So what was your starting point of going to Dubai? You know, yeah. So, alright.
Mm-hmm. To Dubai. Initially, it wasn't my plan to come over. It was my mom's plan. It's her long time dream to come to Dubai. She used to uh, watch this fireworks in the internet, in YouTube, every New Year's Day,
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. So she said that one day I'm gonna go there, and she wants to explore the world. She wants to, go outside from the box. She's been working hard in the Philippines for a long time, and now maybe it's time to go outside the country and see what the world can offer. And she brought me with together with her, and I left my three jobs in Cebu. I used to work as a secretary with a financial advisor. I was working in a BPO company as a company nurse over there in Cebu IT Park, and I was also teaching students. Um, I was what do you call this? Helping one student in his chemistry class. Actually, tutoring students over there. Um, in one of the private schools. So I was working with three different how can I say industry, but it was fun, and everyone, like my boss, were very supportive of the dream of going outside the country and explore and learn new stuff. So they just told me that, have always a big dream and go for it. uh so I took it with me, and I wasn't expecting a lot, really. I was just thinking of Dubai as a desert place, and I just have to keep working and working, and I don't know what kind of work I will be having over here, because like I said, I don't have a license as a nurse, so it's going to be hard for sure. That's the initial thing that I was thinking. But then maybe I can teach students. So luckily, I got to find a school where I can teach, I can be with students, and it was a nursery.
Nice.
It was really beautiful experience to deal with young children at the age of 2 to 3, and got to learn a lot of stuff, got to meet different people, diverse individuals with different talents, abilities. So it broadened my mind into things and got to uh really learn from them and use these learnings in to discover more about myself and what I can do, what are the things that is possible to do over here. And it helped me to not limit myself into just one box. It opened my mind to things like culture, values, and whatever is going um active over here. I try to keep up, and it's good. It's good because I feel like I'm growing as a person, individual. I discovered a lot, and for that, I was thinking maybe I could help more people by involving myself to different things, getting to activities, events. So yeah, though that is part of the earlier stage of my life, how I came to Dubai. No, and now I found
Fantastic.
since COVID destroyed the my my story in the school, then I found my hospital journey over here in the middle of or towards the end of 2020. So it was a big twist,
Yes.
but then it's one of the incredible things that I've experienced for the past maybe more than 6 months now. Because aside from in working in the school, I got to meet people in the hospital, which are absolutely incredible people. I've yeah, yeah, those were the things that happened, and now I'm happy to be part of the family.
Wow. I mean, that's fantastic because not only you have one job back then, you have multiple side hustles, right? So it would just, I would say that you have a very hardworking character. Been doing, it's so tiring at times, especially if you don't like what you're doing. But I can see that you're enjoying it. You're having a lot of fun. You're having a good time with your colleagues or bosses, right? So that's amazing. And the fact that you went to Dubai means you're exploring yourself further. Not just you're not just staying on that comfort zone where you're going. You're just staying in the Philippines, and then you went ahead and explored the other side of the world, what Dubai has to offer when it comes to lifestyles and all these. It's a huge change, right? It's a very
It's really
amazing
strange, yeah.
journey indeed. Wow. So now I want to know how it all started. Right? What was the turning point? I would say the turning point of you. Oh, I'm going to start. I'm gonna begin doing some exercises. I'm gonna be at my best shape of my life, right? So kindly share with us how it all started.
Mm, I think since I'm studying in the medical field, it helped me gain more knowledge about health and fitness, and also for that experience of dealing with different individuals in the hospital, or probably engaging myself with some friends as well who are fitness enthusiasts. And I found people also that have a really great transformation in their lives, physically, mentally. So it turned everything to be more focused into health and fitness. Because one day also I found this involvement. No, I experienced something. A friend of mine, she has this depression, I it's just a story, okay? The story way back when I found this person in the middle of the street, and the she's my friend, and she was in this happy state wherein I'm just confused how come she's happy, and then it was like 6 p.m. and she's walking and she smells so bad at that time. I'm really wondering how come she has this experience, and she's just walking there, and I was just carrying a bag of food for me to sell in the neighborhood at that time. And she told me that we have to go to the school in my nursing school, which is just maybe 10 minutes away from where I found her.
Yeah.
And at that time I was wondering what's happening, because she's not always like this, and she's walking alone. She's a college friend of mine, and when I went there and we went to this to this dark place in part of the school, and she told me that we have to go inside. And I was confused, really, like, why do we have to come over here? And she lives in the other part of my place, like maybe an hour away from my place, and then she just come over here walking. And her hair is a bit wavy, and it doesn't look like she took a bath. So uh I just try to be composed, and check be mindful of what's happening. And we were there in the school and got to see my teacher. And good thing it was psychology teacher
Yes.
that we met. And then we noticed that she's different, and she has this she she's in a depressive state, manic state. um so at that point I tried to support her. After that, we help her go home and just keep her oriented that, hey, you are here, and then we're here for you, because she doesn't seem at her good mental state. um so after that situation, it happened again that she had some issues at home, and we got to contact her parents. And um it was tough. It was tough because it was a she's our friend, and she's really good person. She's very smart, and she's having this depressive mood. So we would try to be with her, and I told myself, like, I should be supportive of my friend, and uh be of good mental health. Okay.
Yes.
So it was a dark part of my life when I see my friends suffering something like this. And it's not easy, because you have to be strong yourself. That you're not perfect, but you're lucky to be of good mental state. I tried to help also together with my other friends, and then we're very happy that she's working now after years from that. Maybe 2014, maybe that was 2014 or 2015, and then now she's working in the hospital. So we're glad that she's out of that dark stage of
Wow.
her life. And so yeah, I got to have this, how can I say, I got so inspired with that little story. I don't have to mention who that person is, but we're very happy, and we're proud of her. We're very proud of her. We keep praying for her. That's on the mental side. And there's also a friend of mine who's suffering from anxiety. He's far away, but I was just there for him, even in his darkest part of his life. And yeah, until now he's still there. We still talk, and you just have to be with this with your friend, and keep that ment keep yourself to be physically fit, mentally stable. Just be active and go out of your box and explore things, just to divert yourself misery, from whatever is that toxic things in your life. Yeah, so I keep that energy with me, and it keeps me inspired and motivated. And on top of that, I got to meet amazing people over here in Dubai, and whatever I have in the Philippines, what kind of relationship I have with different individuals over there, my friends, my boss, my relatives, I take that motivation with me, that good energy. Always remember to be grateful, to be inspired, keep the vibe alive, because not everyone has the luxury, or not everyone has the blessing that they want in life to keep moving. So I want to keep that energy alive, and whatever light I can see, I have, I share it to different people
Wow.
or
I mean,
whoever I will be meeting in the.
oh my, what a story. I mean, you just took me, in an amazing journey from that person. I mean, it's so inspiring, and it's, for some people, I wouldn't think that it's actually possible for someone who is gone out of a of that mental state into going back into society with a good, or with an amazing mental health. I mean, it's super difficult to do that, and only a few people, I've heard by far that only a few people can recover from that kind of state. It's very hard indeed. So
It's
I would
really
say
hard.
yes.
Yeah, it's really hard, and it's difficult also to explain sometimes, because it's coming from the inside.
Correct.
There's a lot of things happening, and yeah, it's really a struggle, a challenge for you to speak about it, but it happens. Shit happens. You just have to express it, and be, how can you say, like, acknowledge that it's happening
Yes.
in the community, in your friends, and as a human being, you just have to share to people that, hey, it's okay. It's okay to have not okay days. It's okay to be depressed. Just keep moving and be inspired, and let go of the things that are not necessary to keep in our lives. All those negativities. Just explore the world, learn new things, divert yourself from all these things in your environment,
Yes.
and create a new environment.
Nice. So I love your approach of saying, "Oh, it's okay not that. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay not, you know, because it really helps." And for me, you're applying empathy to that person, right? I would call this an empathy, right? You're putting yourself on
Yeah.
another person's shoes, or at the same time you're being a person yourself. You're acknowledging that it is also your emotion when things would, when things go possibly wrong, like super bad. So it's just admiring. I love that. I love that when you said that it's okay not to be okay, or it's, you know, you're putting empathy to that situation, or putting yourself into another person's shoes. So
Mm-hmm.